Hi guys, welcome back to my vlog, just Jenny, and today I was going to talk about picky eating. So this is something that is widely linked to the autism spectrum and anyone with ASD. So I was thinking about this earlier when I was trying to think of a topic that I wanted to talk about and film for my vlog, and when I was thinking about it, I've always been a picky eater. So in childhood is a prime example of when I was picky eating. When my mum used to cook tea for the family, or at meal times, dinner time, whatever, it always used to be that there was like 3-4 dishes. Because I was so picky, then there was always something that I could eat. So, but it was always that I would have something completely different to what my parents were having for their dinner or their tea. It was always that way, because I was just so picky. I don't really know why. I don't know why I was picky, but it's something that I can definitely, it leads back to childhood. So as an adult now, I am still picky. I am less picky in a way than I was in childhood. So if my mum cooks something, I will have the same dish, but if there are things in that dish that I don't like, I will spend that time picking out all the tiny little bits that I don't like. So onion is a big no-no for me. So if she does an omelette, for instance, she normally does like an omelette and she puts potatoes in and onions. And obviously everyone else in the family will eat it, no problem. I, however, will spend that time picking out the massive chunks of onion, and once they're all picked out, then I'll eat my tea or my dinner or the dish, whatever. So if there are things that she does, I will pick out all the things that I don't like. For instance, the other night, we had like a stir fry with noodles, and she put lots of things in it. She put spam in it, which I don't mind. I'll eat spam, and I'll eat the noodles all day long. Love that. But she put in it some vegetables that she liked, because obviously she was cooking it and she was going to eat it. She put in lots and lots of vegetables. This is the first time that she's done it where she's put in a lot of vegetables. So I spent my time, instead of actually eating it, spent my time picking out absolutely everything that I did not like. And I had a pile here of all the things I didn't like, and a tiny little pile here of actually I could eat it. So it does stem back to childhood, but now, like I say, I'm a little bit better. I always find going out is an issue when you go out with a group of people, or you go out with your family, your friends, whoever. I find it's really hard to find places that, when you look at the menu, there's something on there that you like, that you can eat, that there's no problem with. I always find that a big issue. Now, I don't know if, like me, other people do this, but when we go out to a restaurant or wherever, or we eat out wherever it may be, everyone gets given a menu, don't they? So, the rest of the group will look at the menu and you just think, I know what I'm going to have. What's the point in me looking? But because it's that social thing that it's learnt, and it's that learnt behaviour, and everyone's doing it, and you feel like, I have to do it, even though you know what you're going to have. So I sit there and I look at the menu and I take that time to read the menu, because everyone else is doing that, and I think if I just put it down now, they're going to think, does she really know what she wants? Has she looked properly? Those kind of things. And you think, right, the minute somebody else puts it down, I'll put it down. So every time I go out to somewhere, I always try to make sure it's somewhere that I know I can eat. I know that I like the food on the menu. There's something on there that I will enjoy, that I will eat. When I do go to these places that I know and that I know I can eat there, I always, even though I look at the menu with other people, I know exactly what I'm going to order. And I tend to order the same things all of the time when I find something that I like. So, the same drink, the same food every time I go to the place. So even if I go with family one time and then I go with other people another time, I will order the exact same thing, because I know that I'm going to eat it. There's no need for me to pick anything out, because I can eat a whole dish. I don't appear to be a fussy or picky eater, because I can eat it all, you know, and I'm just in that situation. I'm like everybody else has finished their dish, so have I. So I don't look or feel any different. Now, when I go to somewhere that I don't know, that stresses me out, because then it's about really reading the menu, really going through it with a fine-tooth comb and thinking, are there things in this dish that I need to pick out? Could I ask for it without that? You know, there are some times where I've been and I've said, like, if they've said, this comes with a side, these are the sides, these are your choices, and I've said, well, can I have it without? Because I don't like any of those sides. And sometimes that's okay, they're okay with it, or they'll give you a little bit extra of what you ordered in the first place to compensate for you not having that side. So sometimes it is okay to say to people in restaurants or when you're eating out, actually, I'm really sorry, but I don't like any of those options. Is there something else that I can have instead of? And they should be able to accommodate you and accommodate your eating and what you feel comfortable with. So yeah, picky eating is definitely a thing for me even now. And I want to know as well, with the whole eating thing, when I'm in a routine, like at work, I'm fine because it's in my routine. I know when I'm going to eat, you know, I know what time I'm going to eat, all those kinds of things, and it's in my routine. But right now I am on summer break, and so I haven't got a very set, solid routine. I am putting into place a little routine so that I don't get so anxious and I don't get so worried and so stressed out. But sometimes there have been days now, I mean, I've been off for about 2 weeks at this point now whilst I'm filming this, and there have been times in this 2 weeks that I have totally forgotten to eat. Not that I don't want to eat, but I've totally forgotten. Sometimes I don't feel hungry, so therefore I don't eat. Sometimes when there's rare occasions when I actually do feel really, really hungry, so then I will eat because I know, hang on, my body's telling me it's time to eat. But how do you guys remember to eat? How do you guys remember what time it is and when to eat? Because I know if I don't eat, sometimes I get really, really hungry towards tea time, and sometimes my tea times are really quite late anyway, because it's summer and, you know, because it's just so light for the whole day, isn't it? It's really, really bright all day. So then I start to kind of snack a little bit before tea, and then when tea comes, it's, you know, I don't not eat it all, but I don't want more. So I have a tiny little square plate instead of a big round plate, and one serving on this small square plate is enough and it fills me up. But how do you guys remember to eat when you are not in a solid routine? Drop me a comment on here on my YouTube, or you can tweet me. I know a lot of you know my Twitter handle. It's at Muller's Angels and then the number 2. I'd be really interested to see how you guys remember to eat and how you kind of incorporate that into a solid routine when you aren't working, because at the moment, like I said, I don't have that solid routine, and the whole eating part of the day is something that is completely missing sometimes from my day. You know, I'll have my breakfast and then I won't have dinner, say, because I'll just completely forget because I don't feel hungry, therefore I don't eat. And then I look at the time and I'm like, oh no, I should have eaten. Now it's too late, I've got to wait for tea. And then I'll snack in between. So I want to kind of stop that and put into place a really solid routine of, right, these are the times to eat, you must eat. So how do you guys remember? Please do get in touch, and I'd really like to hear from you. Yeah, just share your views, your opinions, and I really look forward to hearing from you guys. I hope you have a super day, and I hope you've enjoyed this short vlog about eating and picky eating, and I hope to see you really soon on my channel, Just Jenny. See you soon, guys.